Music Junkies, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new episode. Today with us we have Heartsick Heroine, and we are more than excited to have them on our show. Guys, say hello.
Hi.
So, how y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good. We just got finished up with a nice little band practice, and we're stoked to talk to you guys.
So,
Sweet.
you guys practice all the time together in person?
You know, we try to. It mainly turns into drinking, but we at least try to practice a little bit before we get drunk.
That's crazy. We talked to a lot of bands that focus on just all virtual. They do all their practices virtually, everything, especially with the times now, I guess. Everything's virtual, but that's kind of surprising you guys are all together in the same room.
Nobody's told us that it's not 1980. It's
That's
live
how we
music.
live our lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
So my first question is, how did you guys, come together as a band? How did it all get started for you guys?
Well, Alan and I, we're married, and we've been doing. We have a dog in the studio too. Her name is Mitna. She's being a poop head. Anyway, we used to be in a band together called Scarlet Canary. We toured all across the U.S., played 100+ shows a year, opened up for bands like Avenged Sevenfold and, Bookshire Babies, Skillet. I mean, name a band we opened for them at some point. And then we decided that we wanted to get back to our passion in writing music, because that kind of music career can be very draining and very tiresome. And very disheartening. So we decided, fuck it, let's make a band where we can write music that we love. And these two cats, they were gonna leave Wyoming, our drummer and our bass player. They were gonna leave Wyoming and go move to another state. And we were like, all right, cool. And then they didn't. And they were like, hey, you still doing that music thing? Can we maybe do music with you? And we were like, heck yes. So that's pretty much how it got started. We all had a passion to be in a band that just wanted to write good music we wanted to write, as opposed to maybe what was radio required or radio friendly. So
Yeah.
All right, so before we had you guys come on the show, we listened to your most recent album, or I don't know if Mario did or not. I'm sure he did, but I listened to Ethereal. Is that how you say it?
that is correct. You got it.
Okay. You guys got 8 songs on that album, and it literally just blew me away. One of my favorite ones on there was "Bring Me Home," and I was actually on my way to go shoot some archery stuff with my dad, and I was blasting it. I'm like, dude, get a load of this. He's like, who is that? Like, is that like some new band that's coming up or something on the radio? I'm like, no, that's who we're interviewing today. And he's like, John just dropped. So I mean, where do you guys get your inspiration from? Because I totally vibe it, and apparently so does somebody from like the 70s. So
A lot of our music comes from all of us. We all write, whatever we want to write. Our main songwriters are these 3, and then I just come in and write lyrics on top of it, because I suck and can't play an instrument. But
voice
yeah,
is an instrument, man. Quit selling yourself short.
well, I mean, I do have to sing and write lyrics, which is what most people can do. So I guess I'm average. But no, all of these guys, they're awesome. A lot of the songs on this album actually were brainchilds of these two, my drummer and my guitar player. And then my bass player just swooped in. He wrote a lot of Bring Me Home. So yeah, he just swoops in with catchy shit and saves all of the dumb, crazy stuff that these two get high and write together. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So,
All right, so
I'm gonna assume that's your writing process. Just get fucking high, get drunk, and then just fucking vibe out whatever happens.
That is exactly how we write everything in this band.
But it's 2-part. Step 1, that's the inspiration. But step 2 is when you're sober, clean it up and learn to play it right.
So you guys bust
I
out
have
the
not mastered
POD for
step 2
that.
yet.
Yeah, there's definitely a whole lot of the next day. You sit in the studio and you're like, oh God, I shouldn't have shouldn't have taken that last hit. Oh my God, how drunk was I? And then you come back like the next day and fix it, and then you send it out.
It's like Tenacious D. They take a hit of the Bong of Destiny, the BOD.
That's exactly it.
Come out with some
You're getting-
juicy jams.
And then we get quality songwriting from like 1 to 3 a.m. Everything after 3 a.m. we just delete.
That's when it's just you're on the floor trying to play guitar, you fucking just blacked out.
It goes into a folder called crap songs, and then we open it up to have a good laugh every once in a while. So yeah.
That works.
Okay, so what does your guys' writing process look like? When you just jam, or do you like have like these ideas that come to you? How do you guys go about it? Walk us through it.
Well, most of the time someone comes up with a riff. That's how you start a song, right? So somebody comes up with a riff or an idea for a song, kind of flush it out, and then they send it out to the next band member that needs to add to it. Usually it's drums. So if Alan writes a song, he'll write, kind of a rough verse, kind of a rough chorus, maybe a bridge. That's usually the last thing, so not a bridge. And then he'll send it off to Chris, and then Chris will lay some drums down to it. They'll flush it out a little bit further, and then once it's kind of more of a structured song, verse, chorus, maybe a bridge, then I come in and start to try to write vocals, and then we kind of hash it out together. And it's the same. Josh, even though he plays bass, he's a guitar player, so he writes a lot of the riffs too and does the same process. And Chris plays everything because he sucks. Well, because he's amazing.
Because he sucks.
So he'll do the same thing. Oh, well, and he's our producer too. So he produced, mixed, mastered our entire album. So he'll come to us with us with not just a riff, but drums and keys and like risers. And he'll be like, so this is the atmosphere I'm trying to create. And we're like, okay.
Because that was my next question. I was going to ask you guys, like, are you all getting studio time in, or how are you doing that? Because it sounds really high quality.
So we all have our own home studios. We're recording from our band practice space, and also the drummer and the bass player's studio, basically. And then Alan and I live down in Denver, and we have our own studio there too. And we all record our respective parts. So I track all the vocals down there, edit all of them, and send them off to Chris, and then he mix and masters up here.
Awesome.
Man of many talents. God
Seriously. Damn, Chris, I've been in your shoes, man. That's woo! That's a lot of work.
Oh yes, it's a lot of work, but yeah, and when the end product comes out, like Ethereal came out, it's totally worth it.
It came out amazing. If you did all of that, it sounds amazing. Thank
you very much.
Well, like, don't jerk him off too hard.
Keep going.
That head's gonna be way too big, dude.
That's what you said.
He doesn't have enough beard hair to cover his whole head if you make it too big. So.
So, how's the scene in Denver?
Oh, awful. Like it is everywhere. It's COVID has really done a number on the scene. A lot of bars have closed. People are holding out. But it is what it is. Before COVID, before all of this happened, Denver was an amazing scene. Stuck in the middle of everything meant that any band that could make it over the mountains could come and play. But that isn't that many bands. They tend to burn their brakes out. So the local scene was awesome. But it's before COVID, it was great, and I really hope that it survives and comes back once all of this is finished up.
So
because I was doing a little research of my own, and in 2021 you guys had booked a show with Powerman 5000 and all that. Was that you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
So if all else fails, I feel like that's gonna be a kick-ass show. What can you guys say about that?
Yeah, we haven't actually opened for Powerman 5000. We were supposed to have a show as well with Lead Us Way, another band we actually haven't opened for, which is insane. We've opened for every goddamn band under the sun. Sold lots of tickets, lots of revenue for you guys. But no, we're really stoked. It's at two of my favorite venues too. Herman's Hideaway in Denver is a local fan favorite. They've been putting on music for literally years, and it's just one of my favorite places to play. And then the other one is at the Moxie Theater up in Greeley, which is also one of my favorite places to play. So yeah, hopefully the shows go through in 2021. We really, really, really want to bring the scene back with with gumption, and really show everybody that music hasn't died, even though it feels like it has a little, at least live music.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, you have any interesting stories about some of the shows you played before shit hit the fan with the world?
Yeah. Do you want to?
Give us something gnarly, man. I know y'all got some stuff.
party stories or just like a good show?
Shit, both.
Both, man. Whatever you got.
Okay, I mean, just as far as good shows, this band's been blessed. Even during COVID, we got to open for Metallica at a drive-in theater. So it's not quite as cool as it sounds. It's not like Metallica was there. They were on the big screen, but still, it was pretty crazy in the middle of COVID to play a drive-in movie theater. You finish your song and no one's in front of you, so you're like, did we suck? And then you hear all these horns honking. You're like, I guess we didn't.
I guess we did okay.
I have to admit, like, yeah, I have to admit, as far as like just a cool show, as crazy as COVID's been, playing a legit drive-in movie theater was it.
And that's
as far as parties go, the best for me will always be Rockfest. That was one of the old band when we toured, but that was the campfire or the camp at the end of Rockfest, that was with Megadeth and Avenged Sevenfold the night we played, and we were on the side stage, but. The camp parties, nobody informed me that in Wisconsin, at least, when they have a festival, everybody brings their fifth wheel and sets up like camp bars. I think the height of it was when I saw a gentleman dressed exactly like our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, dancing with two strippers on top of a fifth wheel at about 4:30 in the morning. And they weren't professional strippers, mind you. This was just 4:30 a.m. in Wisconsin, and they were getting it done. That was the best party I think I've ever been to.
Do they have any professional strippers in Wisconsin? That doesn't sound like a very good place to find strippers.
You know,
just saying.
All you can say about them, if they are professional there, they've got some serious balls. Because it gets cold there, and if you're walking around with no clothing on in the middle of a sub-zero blizzard, hats off.
If they're in Wisconsin, they probably do have balls.
Oh,
yeah, maybe.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. I don't have anything against Wisconsin, but
we love Wisconsin. It's an amazing place to play.
I mean, I've actually never been there, but anyway. So, what are your guys' inspirations? Like, who do you guys look up to, and who do you guys want to like eventually, after COVID, play with or tour with?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, like I said, SC, these guys have opened up for a lot of bands too in their previous projects. Our old band opened up for a ton of other bands too, some that we really, really loved and were aspirations to open for. But the one that God almighty, I will not stop playing music until I get to open up for fucking Hailstorm.
Yeah.
That's like my band, my chick, my thing. I'll probably pee my pants. Although I met them at Shiprocked, and I didn't pee my pants then, so there's hope.
Yeah, okay.
She meets them at this cruise we do, right? And Hannah had a few drinks, and Joe Hottinger, their guitar player, has a red Solo cup. He's just pouring shots for anyone who will talk to him. Poor drunk, adorable Hannah does a shot with Joe Hottinger and then tries to make me keep this crappy red Solo cup and like get it off the cruise ship. We had to get on a flight. Needless to say, the cup has been smashed, and I haven't heard the end of it for losing this red cup.
How could you lose the red cup, man? You had one job.
Exactly. How could he lose the red cup? That's
job, man. God
That's it. I want a
it.
divorce.
That's
I
it.
want a fucking divorce.
Band's broken up. It's done.
So if she'll do that for a cup,
Yeah.
she'll do to open.
Look, I'm not the kind of girl that takes off clothing, but maybe. You never know until we try.
Yeah, I guess
Until
so.
Hailstorm asks.
Let's start a GoFundMe page for you to open for Hailstorm. Calling it.
I don't
think
need to go
Hailstorm and Evanescence would be a good dynamic duo for you guys to play a show with. That would just be a kick-ass fucking show, in my opinion.
Oh, just like a bunch of powerful, badass females.
Yeah.
I'm so into it.
Just
I'll open and try
powerful
to sing through
female
my tears.
powerhouse like tour.
Because I don't know
Yes.
too many female frontman bands, and your guys is
Front
definitely
woman.
unique in that aspect. Because when you sing, you got that vocal fry that most men wish they could fucking have, and it's like, I don't know. I'll pick it apart and analyze and dissect everything because I personally love music. Not everyone's that way.
Same.
But how long did that
Well, the
take to
trick is
develop
that
that? Like,
Well, I was actually born with a penis, so it was easy. No, that's a lie. I'm a girl, I promise.
You're from
no,
Wisconsin?
it
Wait,
it
what?
basically you get it. No, I started off doing like, singing like a choir girl. I didn't have any fry. I didn't have any like aggressive vocals. And then I decided that I didn't want to be a little bitch. I wanted to get on stage and like command and be powerful. So I was like, well, the only way to do that is to either, become a dude or learn how to sing like one. So I started getting more aggressive with my vocals, and I put my foot up on the kick drum one day and screamed, and everybody stopped band practice and they were like, do that again. So it's been a learning process, but I just wanted to, I think there's something truly amazing about screaming. It's so guttural and emotional, and it's perfect for certain parts of songs. And so I was like, I feel like I'm not a well-rounded vocalist if I can't at least try to do it. And then I could do it. So I was like, well, I might as well be good at it. So I practiced, and here we are.
What about everyone else? How did you guys get started?
Well, I was going to say, when it comes to her writing for the singing and screaming too, I think the quote we try to embody in the studio is sing when you want to be heard, scream when you want to be felt. And that's kind of how we've tried to at least write it. To your next question, as far as all of us getting started, I had a super rich white education growing up. It was awesome. I mean, seriously, parents got me nice gear in like 3rd and 4th grade. I had badass lessons. I dropped out of college for it. It was really nice.
Oh, God.
So if you can get that kind of start, I really recommend it. It's been great.
All I got to do is bleach my skin and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Stop bleaching your anus, Mario. You got to do your skin.
Hey, shh. We don't talk about that on the podcast.
Parent lessons.
I mean, I'm not quite as lucky as Alan. I kind of had a guitar and sat in a basement for a couple years, and here I am.
That'll do it, man.
Oh, God, that's a deep story. That's a deep story.
For mine, I started in music with classic heavy metal, so Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. I watched all those bands, all their live performances, and that's what got me into wanting to do this. And then I've just taken off since then with it.
How did you start learning all your production?
I swear to God, if you say YouTube.
Production for Dummies 101.
It works, I'm telling you. No, it's pretty much lack of anybody else in any. So I used to be in other bands, and nobody else in those other bands was into doing it, and I was just I wanted to do recordings. So it's like, all right, if no one's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and that's where it started. And I just kept learning, and I mean, it was YouTube. It was definitely YouTube.
Hey,
that's what it started out of.
Graphic design came naturally after YouTube for me.
Yeah, I actually went and got a degree in that. I fucked up totally. I should have just used YouTube as my teacher.
YouTube. I've made so much money.
It works for everything.
I've made so much money in my career with YouTube.
Oh, seriously? You don't know how to do something? YouTube it.
YouTube, yeah.
No one knows. You don't know. You're just alone, like maybe pantsless in your house, and you can totally figure it out with YouTube.
Chris and I are IT professionals in our day job. The amount of engineers that I see on Google and YouTube, I mean, that's...
I'm just giving you guys shit about the YouTube thing, because I know, like, that's...
No, he's not.
I think that's where everyone tends to kind of flock to, you know? It's like, why the fuck are we going to pay for something when it's on YouTube?
Hey, everything is on fucking YouTube.
It
Everything.
is. It's seriously.
Even their music videos. Go check them out, listeners.
Exactly.
So, go ahead.
So what's the hardest part? You guys got started last year, right? 2019 was your guys' start. Right away, the next year, fucking COVID hits and just fucks everything up. What has been the hardest part of marketing yourself, pre-COVID and post-COVID?
Well, pre-COVID, we were riding off of the success of our previous band. We had a really great following pretty much all across the U.S. We were able to sell tickets very easy. So we were kind of just riding on the coattails of that. Now that COVID has come around, that band didn't have a very strong online presence. So we've been relying on Chris because...
Oh my God, dude. God damn it.
Yeah. Chris is a huge WWE fan, and so he's done a bunch of covers with his previous band that have like trillions of views on YouTube. So we're like, hey, you want to you want to do that for us? And he was like, yeah, I guess. So
Coming soon.
He's like, I got
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so we
YouTube,
were like,
man.
he had a really good handle. Yeah, seriously though. So he had a really good handle on some of the like more niche market stuff that has been beneficial for us to kind of push our original music out further. And then of course, you know, we have money. We're lucky we still have jobs and we're not spending it on touring. So we've been able to put some money into some back end advertising and all the bullshit business blah blah that bands do. But we, like I said, we've just been super excited to get to write what we want to write. And this album that we released, Ethereal, was kind of a conglomerate of what we really just wanted to write. And we were so stoked that people still gave a fuck. So.
Yeah. I mean, right now that all you can do is really sit down and listen to music. Music is music. Ultimately, it has gotten me through most of this fucking lockdown pandemic shit. So
give yourselves an applaud for fucking playing your part and keeping us all safe. You know what I mean?
That was my happy dance. It wasn't very good, but there it was.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that someday.
Yeah.
It looks like the chicken.
I'm here to sing and I'm not here to dance. Maybe I should be a Wisconsin stripper. Oh no.
Oh god. Music Junkies just lost all their Wisconsin listeners, if we have any.
We were doing so good too. We had a whole whopping 26 people listening to our shit.
Oh,
the people in Wisconsin are proud right now. They're like, I bet that stripper was up there looking gorgeous as an amateur, swatting mosquitoes away and partying with Jesus.
That video is on xvideos.com on their amateur channel. Anyways, so what have you guys been working on currently?
Currently, so we just released the album, so we're kind of pumping the brakes a little bit on writing right now. But Chris is really nerdy. So he's got this idea to write, well, here, it's your thing.
Do you want me to tell him about that already? Yeah. All right, so I'll break it on here. Guys, in about a year or so, we're going to be releasing a movie. No, not a year. It'll be much. Let's see how good we get it done. Yeah, I'm working on a screenplay right now, and we'll be releasing a movie. Okay. And it will and we'll be doing the soundtrack to it as well. So it's going to be a brand new endeavor that, I mean, I've never done before.
So tell them about the Mask of the
So it's a movie about all four of y'all.
No, it's not about the band. No. It's based off of The Mask of the Red Death, the short story by Edgar Allan Poe. And I've added a lot of characters to it, did a completely original screenplay based off of this story. And we're going to try to make a movie out of it with our actor friends and whatnot.
Dude, that's freaking litty. So you're all obviously really, really talented and come from really different walks of life. How do you guys get along? The fuck?
Booze and drugs.
Beer
No.
and weed.
No.
And Wisconsin strippers.
Woo!
Oh my god.
No, it's actually nice. We all have our things that we really like to do. Chris and I love video production. I'm a graphic designer for my day job, so I really like to create videos and create like cool content on the design side. And then Josh and Alan loathe videos and photos, but they love writing music. So we all just kind of like have our strengths and what we like to do. And then when one of us is like, I don't care, just tell me what to wear and when to show up. That's basically how we operate. And then same with the writing. I'm like, cool, tell me when you have a verse and a chorus that I can sing to. Bye. But we just back off of each other's like area of expertise. And then when we need to jump in to work on stuff, we jump in both feet ready to work. So Chris, stop making noises with your computer.
God damn it, Chris. Holy shit,
God.
Dude. Don't you know how to do anything?
No. He can only mix and master and write music and make videos and use incredibly complicated software. He can't possibly run a computer, even though he's an IT professional for his day job.
So I want to go back. I want to go back to the movie thing. How did that come? Like, how did that come out? Like,
he just gotta pull it out of his ass and threw
how
it
did that
at
fucking
the screen,
happen?
man.
I've actually been a huge movie fan for forever, and last year I started writing screenplays just for fun, doing original stories, and then it got to the point where we're doing all these music videos and stuff. So why not take it a little bit further? We know people who do acting and stuff like that. Why not try to make a movie out of it and include the music, and we'll do a whole heavy metal soundtrack with it. So I always like doing new things, and this is something brand new for me, and I'm excited about it.
So
That's awesome. So
how
video
long
production.
are you making this movie?
Right now, I'm thinking about like a 30-45 minute short film, but it keeps expanding too. So I don't know just yet. We're still in the very initial stages of pre-production.
A 30 and 45 minute short film that would give you enough for like a whole album, right?
Seriously?
So
Oh, yeah,
are you
yeah.
you're gonna include it with an album? So it'd be an album plus short film.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking smart. I mean,
So they're writing a movie. They record all their own shit. So did you guys also record your own music videos?
Yep.
oh my god,
Yep.
you're fucking Chris.
So you guys
God
are an
damn it.
all-in-one inclusive
No,
band.
not Chris. Not Chris.
Oh,
That's me.
Hell
That's
yeah.
my thing.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, we also had help. A few of our music videos were filmed by other producers that are our friends and stuff. Lindsay from the Anchor, you might know them. Her company's called Daydream Collective, and then Kyle Lamar from Digital Mile. But the last one that we put out was all me. So
Bring Me Home is all you.
Yes, Bring Me Home was all done by me.
Who's Chris?
You can tell because the footage of Hannah is always awful because one of us has to film her.
Yeah, Chris filmed me for that.
I was upset she was getting all the credit for the video, so I did an absolute horrible job on filming her, of course.
That's perfect. So petty.
Oh yeah, no. Well, and Chris and I, we like to compete. He's now into like really complicated 3D world rendering software, and I'm over here like, yeah, you have to use my camera still though. So,
Are you playing with Blender, Chris?
Blender is one of them, yes.
3ds Max.
Yep, Blender, 3ds Max, and After Effects.
Okay.
Hell to the yeah.
I got certified in 3ds Max.
And
Hey.
Gollum.
Oh, Gollum Crowd too. I forgot. Gollum Crowd as well. I forgot about that one.
Oh, and a little bit of Pornhub. I mean, what?
yes, he's got a different laptop for that. Yeah, he keeps his work and play separate. He's a modern guy.
You can't see it, but he has 4 monitors, and monitor is a polite word for the amount of TVs he's found to plug into this computer. And at any given studio or band session, the big TV has some kind of WWE pay-per-view on mute.
Oh
And if
my
there isn't
God.
a pay-per-view, he owns every DVD, so he'll be watching one. One of the screens does often have Pornhub. In fact, he's currently building a PC because he's tired of Pornhub, WWE, and Cubase maxing it out.
They all need to run smoothly. All of them.
You can't get any lag on your porn videos. Come on. WWE, okay, a little bit of lag is fine, but when you're watching porn, nah.
You can't miss the cum shot, dude. Ever.
No, and you can't have it pause on like a guy face of like, ugh. Like you want the full experience.
I need Wisconsin to be perfect.
For the porn directors that do pause on the guy face when that happens, they can go to hell, goddammit. I'm sick of it. This is a direct message to you, Pornhub. Knock your shit off, goddammit.
Chris, what you need to do is start your own fucking porn company. Since you know how to fucking do everything.
Apparently so.
Just
I think that's what's next on the list. There's only one way to go from here on.
He knows how to do everything except talk to girls. I think that's gonna be
that's a problem.
It's gonna be huge for finding porn actresses, buddy.
Oh, god damn it, dude. Oh.
Yeah, his penis is not big enough and he doesn't have enough money. You've got to learn to talk to girls, bud.
No, I'm working on the more money part. That's what I'm working on.
Well, I mean, he's good at After Effects.
Yeah. There you go. I'll just
3ds Max,
in.
you'll just design a big dick. That's it.
Extravascular. There you go, man. You'll be fine.
Don't give him any ideas. He's gonna get a 3D printer and really make it real. Oh.
You just gotta be sure it's flexible. You know, when it gets erect, you'll be able to move. Oh my
I
god.
don't even know what to say about that because he would. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
God.
And next
That's
time
what
we
we're
get you
here
on the show, I expect to have like all the juicy insight on your 3D printer.
We have friends. We can make it happen. That's the
God, they're
sad.
gonna come back with some shit. And they're gonna be like, "We fucking told you."
It's just gonna be this huge penis mounted on his drum stool, and he'll be like, "That's my new seat."
What I feel like is gonna happen is we're gonna hop on the freaking video platform with you guys, and he's just gonna have one like popping, sticking off of his head, a suction
It's
cup.
gonna be a limp dick unicorn.
That's when we're gonna get into 3D right there.
It'll just be a 3D world of limp dick unicorns.
Limp dick skit.
Just change your name.
Alan,
It'll be just like Game of Thrones.
Just dicks everywhere.
Except it'll be called Game of Boners.
Oh god, you ruined it.
They liked it.
Oh my god, dude. I gotta go. Anyways. So that's all the questions I have. Jake, do you have anything else?
Yeah. When are you guys gonna? Okay, you said you have music that you're not writing yet on the back burner because of your most recent album, but I feel like you're kind of not being completely truthful with us. I could see it. You guys got some shit in the mix, don't you?
well, I told you about our crap file, so that's always there if we're needing a little bit of laughter. No, I mean we're always working on music. It's disgusting. These two, like this one, the drummer and the guitar player never stop writing music. I'm constantly being bombarded with shit. And Josh has an elusive song apparently he's been working on. He writes bangers, so I'm waiting.
I'm working on it.
Oh my. Hey, can we get him to say more than 3 words, please?
Give him the mic.
Never.
He doesn't talk on any of these things.
Give him more alcohol then.
You know,
We'll get him
it's
talking.
funny though. It's funny. Every bassist I've ever met has been very quiet and subtle.
Well, because I'm playing bass in this band. I usually play guitar, but I play bass, so I got to be quiet, or they're gonna yell at me or something.
What are you guys doing to him?
He will not say anything to us for 3 practices, and then he wrote most of "Bring Me Home," and he just like sent me that song, and he goes, "What do you think, Josh? We haven't heard from you in a month." Yeah, I was working on this.
Cool.
Well, you didn't say anything about it. Well, there's nothing to say till it's done. Josh, man, do you have an opinion? Yeah, if it sucks, I'll let you know. Like he doesn't.
I bet you he one words you every text. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's what it is. If we can get him to answer text, we're super stoked. Like super stoked. We're like, hey, what do you think of this, like the song? 2 years later. Yeah, it's neat.
Or we'll send out a song and I'll go, "What do you think?" And he texts back, "Delete that." And we go, "Well, we haven't heard from Josh in 6 months." He means delete it, guys. That one's no good. Like,
Yeah. That's
Crap folder it is.
Yeah, right there, dude. Next to the Wisconsin strippers, right next to it.
Well, guys, we really loved having you on our show. We definitely do look forward to having you back on again in the near future. Welcome to the family. You're part of Music Junkies. Do you guys have anything you'd like to say to our listeners, your fans?
Well, the standard bullshit. Check us out online. You can find us looking up Heartsick Heroine. We're the only thing. We're on every social media platform, and you can check us out on all streaming services. And if you want a good laugh, we post really stupid stuff a lot. So, at the barest minimum, we're not as good as what's the meme site you love? iFunny. Yeah, Alan loves iFunny. We're not as good as iFunny, but we may or may not repost a lot from there. So we try. But yeah, follow us online, and obviously, check out the other bands that these guys have, because we've had a blast being on this podcast. So
awesome.
They are fun.
Before you go, how did that name come to be?
So it's not like a cool. Well, I don't know. Okay.
The old band that we were talking about earlier was called Scarlet Canary because we want to be the Black Canary. Look at blonde, she sings. It made a lot of sense, and we're nerds.
Yeah.
But we figured DC would sue us, so we called it Scarlet Canary. Well, then we realized that was a terrible band name. Most people don't get that and just thought we were some dumb red bird. So we thought for the next one, we're going to get this superhero thing right. And so we chose Heartsick Heroine. And it turns out heroin, it really matters if you spell that with an E or not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
At least it wasn't of mice and men.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I saw the shirt.
Can you see his shirt?
Yeah, that's what
He was immediately like, oh, shit.
Do you see his tits stretch that out? Like it almost obscured the letters.
The moobs.
Yeah.
I'm like a C cup. I have great cleavage, man. It's gorgeous.
Hey, right next to Wisconsin, bro. God damn.
Me. I made those girls look terrible. That's how good my
Oh,
cleavage
I'm
is.
sure. I'm sure.
We'll give you a few more podcasts to warm you up to his cleavage. Show you eventually. It's like a 3 or 4 podcasts we're familiar with each other kind of thing.
That cleavage is gonna get us all the views we need.
All the views, all the likes.
It's amazing.
Let's
you might pass out from his glory.
Awesome, guys. Well, it was so much fun having you, and we hope to hear more from you soon.
Most definitely.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
My God, dude, that shit was crazy. They're
Oh my
awesome.
God.
They're a great band. Heartsick Heroine they have amazing music, first of all, and they're fucking hilarious as motherfuckers. I was laughing this whole motherfucking podcast.
My face hurts.
I know, dude. My jaw hurts. I just wanted to end. I was laughing so much. Hey, by the way, for sure, I do not hate Wisconsin. I think there's beautiful people in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is an amazing state, and yeah, I love you, Wisconsin. All right, I didn't mean anything by talking shit. Kinda, a little bit.
We did it for the likes.
I did it for the likes. I did it for the gram. No, but for reals, we love you guys. Heartsick Heroine, check them out on all streaming platforms. They're brand fucking new. 2019, starting out, and they already have, pretty good streams, pretty good views. They have a shit ton of subscribers on YouTube, so, they must be good.
And if you didn't hear, they do all their shit themselves.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's hard. Granted, rappers do it all the time, or singers do it all the time. They record themselves and they put it, throw it on music. But when you're making the whole music as a group, you're doing every part of it, recording it, mixing, mastering, and even making music videos. That's fucking insane. That's insane.
And then like a movie.
And a movie? What the
The
fuck?
soundtrack.
That's like the craziest thing to think about. Like a band making a movie to promote their album and also just, make a fucking movie.
I think they're probably smarter than most bands out there because of the fact that they're doing that. I haven't seen that.
I've never seen that.
anywhere.
I mean,
I haven't heard of it.
Well,
Maybe I haven't looked in the right place.
like Yellow Submarine, the Beatles, The
Okay.
Wall, Pink Floyd. But those two movies are kind of meant to talk about the album. Like The Wall is just supposed to kind of trip you out, kind of show you what the fuck is going on in the world, I guess, back when it came out, late 80s,
Give or take.
something like that.
Late 80s.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and in Yellow Submarine, it was literally just them fucking being high out of their minds, tripping out and going into a Yellow Submarine. I mean, that's the song name. So, but I mean, that's a pretty smart marketing tool, and I guess it's gonna work out for
agree.
them.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. Next week, we should have another episode ready for y'all.
Yep. And we'll promote it. You'll get to see it on Wednesday or Thursday. Cooking it up. And, we hope that you guys are getting ready for the holidays. Amazing time for everyone. We love you guys. Stay safe and take it easy.